Today, we're diving deep into the 1997 classic Donnie Brasco. But we're going to peel back the layers of what seems like just another mob movie to see it for what it really is, a powerful and kind of terrifying allegory about a self that gets completely fractured in two.
I mean, on the surface, it's easy to look at this movie and think, okay, I get it. It's a classic undercover cop story, right? You've got Johnny Depp, you've got Al Pacino, the FBI, the mob, all the pieces are there. But that is only half the story. Really, this film is a profound, chilling warning about the real price of deception. It's about what happens when that mask you put on starts to feel more real than your own face. Okay, so let's get into our first section here, the man with two faces. We're going to look at the psychological wear and tear, the erosion of our main character, FBI agent Joe Pistone.
And this is it, right here. This is the core conflict of the whole movie. On one side, you have Joe Pistone. He's the lawman. He's a husband, a father. But on the other side, you have his alias, Donnie Brasco. He's the smooth, wise guy, the trusted friend, and maybe most importantly, a surrogate son to this lonely, aging mobster. This isn't just a 9-to-5 job. It's a whole other life that starts to completely swallow the first one.
And you know, this isn't just some made-up movie concept. There's a real-world psychological term for what Pistone is going through. It's called role engulfment, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's this process where the folk identity becomes so immersive, so all-consuming, that it literally starts to take over your real personality. You start to think like them, feel like them, and you even develop real empathy for the very people you're supposed to be taking down. And the price he pays for this? Oh, it's huge. He starts soaking up the mob's entire worldview, their paranoia, this fatalistic sense that everything is doomed to fail. And at the same time, his actual family life just crumbles because he's never home. He's not Joe anymore. He's living as Donnie. And that line between who he's pretending to be and who he really is, it gets dangerously, terrifyingly blurry. So let's move on and see how the movie shows us this, not just tells us. Section 2. A world of hidden meanings. This is all about how the film's visuals, the way it looks and feels, tells the story of a man falling apart from the inside. The director, Mike Newell, uses some really brilliant visual tricks to drive this home. One of the biggest is mirrors and reflections. They are everywhere. You constantly see characters catching a glimpse of themselves in a car mirror, a store window, a dark piece of glass. It's like the film is constantly asking them and us, who are you? Who is that person staring back at you? And then there's all this imagery of boats and water. Lefty is obsessed with his dream of owning a boat. For him, it's this symbol of escape, of a freedom he's just never going to get. And the water in the movie, it's not really about being clean or washing away your sins. It's kind of the opposite. It suggests that a real cleansing can never happen, because some acts, like betrayal, they just leave a permanent stain. You can even see it in the film's color palette. The whole movie is just drenched in these drab, muted colors, browns, grays, dingy beiges. It makes the entire world feel stuck, stagnant, morally gray, suffocating. The only times you really see a pop of vibrant color is a splash of red. And that red either means brutal violence or the fake happiness of some holiday party. It's telling you that any real joy in this world is just an illusion. All right, now let's zoom out a little for our third section and look at the film's bigger picture. The mafia as metaphor, and what it has to say about any system that just eats people alive. Now this is where the movie makes its most radical point. It's not just saying, hey, the mob is bad. It's actually suggesting that both of these opposing sides, the mafia and the FBI, are these rigid, impersonal systems that, in the end, just chew up the humanity of the people who serve them. And when you really look at it, the parallels are kind of chilling. The mafia has its code of silence, omerta. The FBI has its cold, calculated, the ends justify the means mentality. The mob demands absolute, personal loyalty. The FBI demands total commitment to the mission's goals. But just look at the bottom line. What's the human cost? It's the same. Both systems devour the individual. And that leads to one of the film's most cynical and powerful ideas. Loyalty, in this world, isn't some noble virtue. It's not something to admire. It's a trap. It's a destructive tool these systems use to keep you in line, and ultimately, it destroys pretty much everyone it touches. Which brings us to our final section, where all these ideas come crashing together in the relationship that is the beating heart of this film, loyalty's tragic price. The whole dynamic between Lefty and Donnie is set up just like a classic tragedy. Lefty, he's the fallen mentor. He's this aging, tragic father figure who is just desperate for the connection and respect he can't find anywhere else. And Donnie? Well, he's the classic trickster, the infiltrator. He's the servant son that Lefty pours all of his hope and trust into, the very person who is destined to destroy him. At the end of the day, the act of betrayal isn't just a clean mission objective. It's not something you can just walk away from. As the film shows us so powerfully, it leaves permanent stains on your soul. And that's exactly why the ending is so gut-wrenching. There are no winners here. Joe Pistone gets a medal, but his victory is totally hollow. He's become a stranger to his own family, and you know he's going to be haunted by what he did for the rest of his life. And Lefty, once he figures out the truth, he just quietly goes home to accept his fate. It's heartbreaking. So the film leaves us with this huge question, one that goes way beyond the mob in the 1970s. It forces us to look at our own lives, the groups we join, the jobs we take, the people we pledge loyalty to, and it makes us ask ourselves, what price are we willing to pay just to feel like we belong?